Well, this is my experiment for recording on Zoom and then taking that recording and mounting it on YouTube, which I think for many people might be much more available. So, getting ready for a little bit of yoga and have fun. So find yourself in that comfortable position, sitting position. Let's create some heat. Bring the palms together. And stack the palms over the heart. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. Restack the hands. Take another deep breath. And let it go. Just let the hands rest in the lap. Bring your concentration back to your breathing. Take a nice deep breath in and roll the shoulders up. And let them come back and down as you breathe out. 2 more times. Roll them up and down. Last one. Roll them up. Take a big breath. Let go of the shoulders. Keep stretching the edges of the shoulders down towards the mat. And let the eyes gently fall open. Stretch the sides. Plant one hand, stretch the side. So going side to side, opening up the ribs, stretching into the fingertips. And eventually bring the left hand down and reach over with the right. Look at the left hand. Look up past the shoulder. Look at the sky. Look back down at the hand. Release back to center and switch. Look at the hand. And gaze up at the sky. Stretch the neck. Look back down at the hand. And back to center. Bring the hands to cactus, fan into the fingers. Then as you breathe out, bring the elbows and forearms together. Breathe in again. And out, push the palms together. One more time, expand the lungs. Then press the palms, the forearms, the elbows together. Breathe completely out, empty the lungs. And release, shake it out, let it go. Interlace the fingers, push the palms out, round the back, breathe out, empty out the lungs. Then stretch up. 2 more, breathe out, stretch, reach up, breathing in. 1 more, breathe out, round the back. Breathe in, reach up, stretch the ribs. Shake it out. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, draw the arms off the back. Look to the right. Gaze over to the left. Back to center, gently look up, stretch the front of the neck. Bring the chin into the chest. Release, shake it out. Bring yourself to a comfortable sitting position, more cross-legged position. Root the sits bones. Stretch into the fingers, reach up. Twist to the right, look over the right shoulder. Look forward for a breath. Look back. And release. Reach up into the fingers. Twist to the left. Look forward. Look back to the left. Release. Stretch the legs out, shake them out a little bit. You've been sitting for a little while. Then slowly start to push into one foot, push into the other, warming up the muscles in the bottom of the foot. Then stretch the outside of the wrist, kind of pull away from the shoulder, and then stretch the inside of the wrist, flip the hand over. Switch sides, pulling out from the shoulder once again. Flip the hand around, gently stretch the inside of the wrist. Release. Bring yourself to Baddha Konasana. Bring the heels as close as you can inward. Sit nice and tall. And cup the toes with that right hand. Left hand adds just a little bit of weight to that left hip. And switch sides. And release. Coming into tabletop, so wrists right below the shoulders, knees planted right below the hips, breathing out, arch the spine, tuck the tailbone. Slowly breathing in, melt the heart towards the mat, looking up. Continuing to fold your breathing into your movement and your movement into your breathing. Continue with a few more cat and cow at your own pace. Making sure to fill the lungs and empty the lungs. Come back to a neutral spine. Step the right leg out, reach out with the left hand, draw that left shoulder down, reach for the foot. Find a comfortable place for that left arm. Bring the hand down, release, come back to all fours. Stretch the left leg out. Same thing, press the left hand down. Reach with the right hand, draw it down underneath. So the right shoulder is on the mat, reaching for the foot. Relaxing the shoulder and the neck muscles. 4 breaths. Release, come back to center on all fours. Plant the knees. Walk the hands forward. Drop the heart straight down, coming into Anahat Asana, Heart Asana, or downward facing puppy, lengthening the back. 3 breaths. Begin to release. Come to a kneeling posture. Step the right leg out. Left hand into the air. Slide the hand down, stretching the side. Plant the left hand and bring that right leg level with the floor. Then reach the right arm out. Palm faces down. Lengthening. 2 more breaths. Bring the hand to the hip, bring the leg down, come back to kneeling and switch. So left leg comes out. Right hand reaches up to stretch the ribs. Slide the hand down, stretch the side. Right hand plants. Bring the left leg up, stretch the left arm out, reach into the palm and the fingers. One more breath. And release the leg down, coming to kneeling. And step the right foot forward and come into a low lunge. Draw the navel in. Just let the arms release and let your pelvis sink a little closer to the mat. Plant the hands alongside that forward foot. Draw the back knee off. Reach the heart forward, lengthening the back. 3 breaths. And plant the left hand. Reach with the right for a twist. 3 breaths. Plant the hands back down. Drop the back knee. Come back to kneeling. And switch sides. So the left foot comes out. Draw the abdominals in. Let the pelvis sink a little closer to the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Plant the hands. Draw that right knee off the mat. Lift the heart forward, lengthening the back. Plant the right hand, reach with the left for a twist. 3 breaths. Plant the hands, drop the knee, come back to kneeling, and back into Vajrasana just for a moment to settle. In your Vajrasana, bring the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, reach them down towards the floor, lift the heart straight towards the sky, and look up, stretch the front of the neck for a breath. And release. Step to the top of your mat. Feet hips width apart. Interlace the fingers. Root the feet, stretch the whole body, reach the knuckle side of the hands up towards the sky. Let it go. Interlace the fingers, the palm side reaches, take a stretch, take a breath, let it go. Bring the feet a little closer together. Press the palms firmly together. Reach and stretch until you can feel it in the ribs, then a side bend towards your right. Side bend left. Back to center. Bring the hands behind the back. Root the feet, come forward, forward fold. Bring the arms off the back. 2 breaths. Release the hands, come to a half lift. Soften the knees, reach up, press the palms together. Side bend to the right. Side bend left. Back to center. Hands behind the back, clasp the fingers. Once again, forward fold. Reach the arms off the back. 2 more breaths. Release the hands, come to a half lift, and come to your chair pose. A good bend into the knees, tuck the tailbone, sweep the arms back, shoulder blades squeeze together, stretch into the fingers for a breath. Reach the palms straight forward. Left hand is forward, right hand reaches back. And switch. Right hand forward, left hand back. 2 more breaths. Stretch the arms forward. Palms into the heart, stretch all the way up. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Come to a half lift. Press the palms. Come to plank. Chaturanga. Offer the heart. Downward facing dog. 3 resting breaths. Stretch the right leg straight back, 3-legged dog for a breath. Then sweep that foot forward. Come into warrior 1. So right foot forward, left foot back. 3 breaths. Hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, lift the heart. Stretch the front of the neck. Find your balance, then hinge forward, come into your humble warrior, 4 breaths. Release the hands, come back into your warrior 1 for a breath. And we're going to bow into warrior 1. So as you breathe out, bring the chest, the torso down onto the thigh. Hands go back. Then breathe in, sweep the arms up. 2 more. Breathe out and bow. Breathe in and lift and stretch. 1 more. Bring the chest all the way down onto the thigh. And then a big opening breath. Stretch into the fingers for a breath. Plant the hands and fly the legs. So pressing into the right leg. The left leg stretches straight back for a breath. And then switch. Right leg stretches straight back. Bring both feet down. Come to a half lift. Palms to the shins. A couple of breaths. Plant the hands. Come back to plank. Before plank. Chair pose. Palms to the heart. Stretch up. Swan dive forward. Plant the hands. Half lift. Feet now back to plank. Chaturanga. Offer the heart. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And switching sides. Left leg stretches straight back, 3-legged dog. Sweep it forward, come into your warrior 1. Stretch the arms up, 3 breaths. Clasp the hands behind the back, lift the heart, stretch the hands down towards the ground, look up towards the sky. Keep your balance. Hinge forward, come into your humble warrior. 4 breaths. Release, come back into warrior 1 for a breath. And bowing. Release that breath, stretch the hands back. Chest comes to the thigh, breathe in, reach up, back to warrior 1. 2 more, breathe out and bow. Stretch up and breathe. Last one, bowing in, stretch into the fingers, Breath in, lift and reach. Back to warrior one. Plant the hands, flying the legs. Right leg back first. And switch, left leg back. Plant the hands, root the feet. Palms to the shins for 2 breaths. The back is flat. Bend into the knees, come back into a chair pose for a breath. Palms to the heart, stretch up. Swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Breathe in, half lift. Folding forward, feet back to plank, and your vinyasa, chaturanga. Upward dog. 3 breaths in downward dog. Fly the right leg back, 3-legged dog. Sweep that right foot forward, come into warrior 2. Settle into the feet. Reverse the forward palm. Stretch back into reverse warrior. Bring the elbow to the knee, come into your side angle pose, 4 breaths. Begin to straighten both legs, reach back. Reverse triangle. Keep the legs straight, tipping to a T, reach out over the hand, come into your triangle pose. 4 breaths. Tighten the abdominals, bring yourself back to reverse triangle, stretching that right side. Tip back to a T, bend into the forward knee, drop back into your warrior 2, settle in. Reach up, stretch the legs, straighten the legs, back to your warrior 2. 2 more breaths, reach and breathe. Back to warrior 2, 1 more time, reach, big breath in, stretch into the fingertips, drop low into your warrior 2, get settled in. Palms face up, palms face down. Coming into a twist, press that left hand into the mat, right hand reaches for your twist. 3 breaths. Plant the hands, feet back to plank. Chaturanga, off of the heart. Downward dog, 3 resting breaths. Fly the left leg. 3-legged dog. Bring it forward, come into your warrior 2 on the other side. So left knee forward, right leg back. Come back into reverse warrior, stretch that left side. Elbow to the forward knee, come into side angle, 4 breaths. Press into the feet, straighten the legs, reach back with that left hand, reverse triangle, stretch the left side for a breath. Tip the hands to a T, reach out over the fingertips, come to your triangle pose, 4 breaths. Tighten the abdominals, come back to reverse triangle, stretching the left side for a breath. Tip the hands to a T, come back into your warrior 2. Settle into the feet, 3 breaths. Breathe in, straighten the legs, reach up. Drop back into 2. And 2 breaths. And down. Last one. Reach and stretch. Take a breath in. Drop low into your warrior two. Get settled in. Palms face up. Palms face down. And plant the right hand coming into your twist. Left hand reaches. 3 breaths. Plant the hands, bring the legs back to plank, chaturanga, offer the heart. Downward dog, 3 resting breaths. Walk your hands back towards the back of your mat to a forward fold. Palms to the shins, come to a half lift for 2 breaths. Palms back to the mat, walk out to plank. Either holding in plank, or you're bringing that left leg off the mat for 2 breaths. And the right leg off the mat, 2 breaths. Back down, hold your plank for 1 more breath. Either bring the thighs down or come to the tops of the feet for upward dog, 2 more breaths. Really lifting the heart. Drop the knees, come back into your child's pose with the hands extended towards the top of your mat for a few breaths, melting the heart into the mat. And we'll use the right side of the mat. Left hand is up, right hand is down, forehead to the edge of the mat. Then switch to the left edge of the mat. Right hand up, left hand down, forehead to the edge of the mat. And reach the hands dead center, top of the mat. Let the heart melt into the mat just a little lower. And walk the hands back in to downward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, 3 breaths. Walk up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Come to a half lift for a breath. And soften the knees, relax the arms, swaying side to side, maybe holding on to opposite elbows, rocking into the feet, bending the knees. Let gravity take hold of the back. Slowly make your way back to center. Release the hands. Keep all the joints soft. Bring yourself up slowly. The head is the last thing to come up. Roll the shoulders forward and back. Loosen up the torso. Bring the feet to hips width apart. We'll come up to onto the toes. So heels off the mat. And breathing out, bring the heels back down. 2 more times. Breathe in and out. Come up onto the balls of the feet and release. 1 more time. Reach, stretch into the ribs. Ease the heels back down. Bring the feet together and then slide that left foot back just a little bit. Get balanced, soften the knees. Sweep the arms up as you breathe in. Right hand forward, left hand back, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe the arms up. Left hand forward, right hand back. Breathe up. Right is forward. Breathe up. Left is forward. Breathe up. Bring the arms back to your side, feet together, switch your stance. Breathe the arms up. Left is forward, right is back. Breathe up. Right is forward. Breathe up. Left. Breathe up. Right. Breathe up. Arms back to your side. Bring the feet maybe to the edges of the mat, a wide stance. Breathe in, the arms go to the sides, then bring that left knee up. Breathing in, arms go to the side. Breathe out as you bring the right knee up. Breathe in, open up, left knee up. Breathe in, right knee up. Breathe in, one more time on each side. Left knee up. Breathe in, and right knee up. And back down. Still in that wide stance. Spin side to side, loosen the arms, loosen the torso, the knees. Back to center. Vinyasa, stretch up, forward fold. Come to a half lift. Press into the palms, feet back to plank. Setting up for side plank. Left hand is down, stack the feet or bring the left knee down for a modification. Right arm goes up. Bring the top leg up for a breath. Bring it back down. Look down at the mat first, then bring the hands back to plank for a resting breath. Then switch sides. Right hand is down, left hand is up. Find your placement for that left arm. And the left leg up for a breath. Back down. Look down at the mat first. Come back to plank for a resting breath. Come into your upward facing dog. Get a good stretch and lengthen for the back. Ease the hips back into your child's pose for a few breaths. Come back into kneeling, your Vajrasana position, just for a centering few breaths. And when you're ready, come into a sitting position with that right leg out, left leg in, and twist towards that left side. Then stretch up and hinge towards that right foot. Plant the hand at that left hip and bring the hips up and stretch that right side. Bring the hips back down and switch. Left leg out, right foot in, get nice and tall. Straighten the back. And twist, looking over that right shoulder. And then release, stretch up, and stretch, hinge towards that left foot. Release, plant that right hand, stretch the left side, stretching from the toes to the fingertips. Bring the hips back down, stretch the legs forward. Bring the fists behind, press the knuckles into the mat, bring the shoulder blades together, lift the heart as you breathe in, and let it go. 2 more times. Breathe in and press, let it go. Last time, push into the mat, lift the heart, breathe in, let it go. Coming into either plank or reverse table. Plant the hands behind, draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the hips off the mat. 3 breaths. Ease the hips back down. Plant the sits bones, reach into the hands, coming into staff pose. 3 breaths. And hinge forward, coming into your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. And release. Going to do the exact same thing, but less breathing. So plant the hands, reach the hips up for a breath in your reverse plank or reverse table, and drop the hips. Stretch the arms up for a breath. Fold forward into Paschimottanasana. And release. Coming into our outward and inward twist. So left shin towards the top of the mat, right knee is behind. Twist looking over that left shoulder. 6 breaths. And release. Reposition that left knee, pointing towards the top of the mat, coming into Lord of the Fish. Draw that right knee, or the right heel up. Get long with the spine. Then twist when you're ready, looking over that right shoulder. 6 long breaths. And then look forward for a breath. Look back over the shoulder. And release. Switch sides. Bring the right shin level with the top of the mat. Left knee is relaxed off to the side. Long with the spine. Look over the right shoulder. Release. Reposition the right knee, top dead center. Draw the left heel up, setting up for your Lord of the Fish. This time twisting, looking over the left shoulder. 6 long breaths. Release, stretch the legs out. Shake the legs out a little bit. Come back into your Baddha Konasana. Cup the toes with both hands, straighten the arms, keep the back nice and long. Breathe in, lift the heart straight up towards the sky. And let it go. 2 more. Breathe in and lift. Let it go. 1 more time. Stretch the arms. Breathe in, lift the heart. Let it go. Stretch the legs out. Palms face each other. Melt yourself down to the mat. Bring that right knee into the chest. Left leg is long. And point the right knee towards the opposite shoulder, the left shoulder, for 2 breaths. Bring that right knee out to the right side for a breath or 2. And draw that knee all the way across for your spinal twist. And release, switch sides. Bring the left knee in so it points towards the left shoulder. Point it towards the right shoulder gently. Bring that left knee out to the left side, opening up the thigh. And draw the left knee all the way across, spinal twist to the other side. And release. Bring the knees in. Hug the knees. Chin up, shoulder blades up. Gently rocking side to side. Massage those back muscles. And as you release, stretch the legs straight up towards the sky. Arms are relaxed at your side. Taking a breath in. As you release that breath, bring the legs all the way down. Release, relax. Let your eyes close. Falling into Shavasana. begin to take a nice deep breath in and let it go. Take another breath in, just a little bit bigger. Let that one go. Take another breath in, even bigger. Empty out the lungs completely. When you're ready, roll to your right side. Get settled in for just a few more breaths. And when you're ready, make your way to a comfortable sitting position. Relax the shoulders, find a comfortable place for the palms in the lap. Closing your eyes. Becoming completely rooted. And when you're ready, bring the palms to the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much. I thank you. My cat Pepper thanks you. We'll see you again.